Time to bundle up and get cozy for the year end of 2025, Chamber members. I'm your host, Ashley Jones, Communications Director here at the Calhoun County Area Chamber and Visitor Center. Thank you for joining me for the Chamber's official podcast, where I'll be bringing you news you can use for your organization, Chamber event info and updates, as well as a local guest sharing what they do best to help connect you to our community. We've got updates from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, as well as our last networking event for the year coming up. Be sure to stay until the end for my interview with Sarah Woolmaker from the Anniston Museums and Gardens to hear more about wrapping up her new year by getting down at the annual New Year's Eve Disco Ball. Uncertainty continues to stall an increase in fixed investments, and construction is poised for success if the sector can fill jobs. Small business owners are cautiously optimistic about 2026 and are overwhelmingly positive about the health of their own firms. Small Business Resilience explains how small businesses are bullish on revenue and profits while increasingly negative on the economy. Some top takeaways include 18% of small business owners say that the economy has improved compared to a year ago, which is 4 points lower than October, and 51% say the economy has gotten worse, which is 8 points worse than October. 30% of small business owners believe the economy will improve in the next 12 months, which is no change from October, and 37% believe the economy will worsen, 2 points worse than October. 55% of small businesses plan on increasing employees in the next 12 months, which is 7 points higher than October's outlook, and 5% plan on decreasing employees, which is 5 points lower than October. To round out the year, the Chamber will have our last networking event of the year with Coffee with the Chamber on Friday, December 12th from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. at Called Coffee in Anniston. So come see some of your favorite people before the holidays and grab a delicious drink at the same time. For more information on our upcoming events in early 2026, please visit our event calendar at calhounchamber.com. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming today's guest, Sarah Woolmaker. Good morning.
Good morning.
So what do you guys have going on at the museums? I know we're wrapping up the end of the year, a lot of planning for next year, but we still got to get through the next few weeks.
Exactly. That is exactly right. We have Santa coming tomorrow, which is wonderful. So we started off for the past couple of years, we've done a holiday, a Christmas themed program at one of the museums, which is always it's a good family evening, which is fun. So we'll have that on December 5th. And then a lot of planning. We have a huge fundraiser coming up. So a lot of last minute little things getting done. A lot of memberships are being sold, which we're super thrilled about. So 'tis the season to give the gift of membership. And it's been fun. It's been fun explaining the benefits because people are coming in wanting to do it, but they don't actually know what they're gifting, like what it all entails besides being able to come to the museum. So that's been a lot of fun. And then so yesterday we have our last 2025 homeschool class right now. So we had classes the past 2 days, and it's 6 to 8-year-olds and 9 to 12-year-olds. And so they've been coming through saying, we want this on my Christmas list and this on my Christmas list. And we've had grandparents coming in to shop. And I always enjoy seeing how the community and tourists utilize museums at different times of year. So whether it's a holiday tradition to bring the family, maybe families coming into town over the holidays. So it's, their family tradition to come to the museum. We have a lot of that. Or if it's, they always want to come and get a treat, or, they want to give Santa ideas, or, they're looking to maybe escape the cold or the hustle and bustle. So it's always fun to see how the different ways that we can support the community and that they make traditions with us. So
I know for our family, it's to get out of the heat.
Yeah.
We would come a lot during the summer because it
exactly.
was
Yeah. Anytime you need AC or a heat, we're your people right here.
We got you.
So, indoor play, indoor education, indoor entertainment, So,
Well, and tell me a little bit more about the kind of the exhibits, and some of them cycle out and some of them are put in the collection. So maybe how often does new stuff come in that maybe people that haven't been in a year or two?
We have both of the museums, the Anniston Museum of Natural History and the Berman Museum, both have changing or temporary galleries. So at the Anniston Museum of Natural History, it is the last gallery that you exit. It's just after ancient Egypt. And so right now it's called Animals A to Z, and it's the alphabet throughout the room and an animal that represents that letter. And it's really sweet because it's poems, little couplets along the way. And what I love is our members are calling that our reading room right now, because we have a tree in it and little songbirds, and we have a bench and little children's books. And then we have, I don't know if you've seen the pillows, but you can get pillows that look like a little bonfire, and then the little logs that you put on. And we have the grass scene. So our members call it our reading room, which is just super cute. And then the Bourbon Museum, just last month, we opened a new changing gallery over here, and it's called McClellan Remembered, which is holding a very near and dear place to a lot of our visitors. And just yesterday, I sold admission to a gentleman who had come into town specifically for McClellan, and they had showed up to the Anniston Museum of Natural History. And I said, okay, welcome. Have you ever been here before? And they said, no, like we came into town from McClellan. And I said, okay, so you're obviously at Anniston Museum of Natural History. Do you guys like animals? Do you like habitats and nature? And they were all about it. And I said, wonderful. I said, but have you heard of the Bourbon Museum? And I said, I really encourage the passport ticket to visit both. And here's why. And so I explained it. And they were both like, oh, well, we have to go there. Like, yeah. I said, it's just, if you came from McClellan, you got to go over there. And I said, plus we have this exhibit right now, and it's really on course for what you're here to see and learn about. So that's been a really good one. I actually, one of our volunteers he is retired military. He spent many years at Fort McClellan. He has a special place in my heart. I just love this man. His name is Bud Schiff, and his wife is Linda, and they just recently moved out of Calhoun County. They were in Calhoun County forever, and they just recently moved out. They're in the Birmingham area now, but they have been active volunteers for decades. And they came in one day and they said that they had missed our exhibit opening, but that they were here to see McClellan Remembered. And so they went up, and Bud is a very stoic man, and he's super tall, lean, still has the military cut, all white, the white mustache. Not a lot of expression, but not a lot of emotion, And he comes down, and Linda had stayed in the exhibit, and he comes down, and I'm at the front desk at the Bourbon Museum, and he comes up to me and he says, Sarah, you didn't tell me my retirement plaque was on the wall in that room. And you could see it had really touched him. And I just had this big old goofy grin on my face. And I was like, you saw it? Did you see it? And he said, I don't get surprised easily. Don't surprise me again. But that really, it touched him. And I just thought, I was like, that's why we're here, just for those. Oftentimes we have a lot of families that come and donate collection items or artifacts to the museums. And it's with the Natural History Museum, it's a lot of times it's when family members pass and they have a fully mounted whatever animal. And what are you going to do with it in your house kind of thing? Or you don't know what to do with it. And if we have the space and we have the need and it's ethically sourced, then we will accept the donation. And with the Bourbon Museum, again, if we have the space and it fits the mission, but nothing's ever guaranteed to go on display. We can't do that. Right. And so to have somebody that he's given us several donations of his items from the military throughout the years, and for it to have touched him and surprised him so much to see it then on display, it's just a very happy moment for me and for him. And, it's a reminder of why we do what we do.
Oh my gosh, Sarah.
Doesn't it just rip your little heart out? I can see his face, and I just love that man.
It's like, how dare you make me feel today?
Such a wonderful human being. and to have been able to have honored him in that way and for him to have witnessed it is just so, so very precious.
So is the museum often looking for volunteers, or is there a process people can apply?
We do have applications. We have volunteer and internship applications. We have a really good internship program with Jack State. But we are always seeking volunteers, and honestly, like every capacity, we get a lot of youth volunteers, which has to start at age 14, with our live animal care and our live animal ambassadors. So we get a lot of kids there, especially in the summer. We've recently gotten some adult volunteers, which have been wonderful. And then we have collection volunteers, which is a lot of students that are pursuing biology or history. Those are the paths that we tend to see. And it might be a matter of, or even photography, because we have to photograph our artifacts to put them in our collections database. We have gardens and labor volunteers that come up, and the green team that we have, which is
green team.
Yes, they are a crew of master gardeners, Calhoun County master gardeners, and we've gotten, I think, Randolph County master gardeners now, and a few others, but we could not have Longleaf Botanical Gardens without our volunteers, without a doubt. I mean, their knowledge alone, but then their dedication and their interest and their desire to see the gardens grow, pun intended, that is, it's just so cool to work for an organization where you see all these people invested in your growth and excited to see changes and to see things for the better. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I will put a link in case anybody listening would like to apply for an internship or volunteer.
Yeah,
whatever your needs are at the moment.
Yeah.
For sure. So, we talked a little bit about how the year is wrapping up, and you have a fundraiser coming up.
We do. We have, what are you doing for New Year's?
I'm going to be at the Squirrel Drop.
Oh, yeah, Piedmont, you're right.
Or I would be...
Well, if you're not in Piedmont,
yes,
then you need to come to the Longleaf Event Center for our New Year's Eve disco ball. So no squirrels, but we will have... It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. So in 2017, ringing in 2018, we had a board-led New Year's Eve Midnight Masquerade fundraiser, and it was led by Gina Nolan and a crew of incredible volunteers. And they kind of sparked, like the idea was already created, right? But it really kind of put that nugget in the back of our heads. The staff that was here at the time, we were like, oh, that was fun. Like that was a good one. Like there's not something of this size in Calhoun County. And I see it as an opportunity of not just Calhoun County, but, if you're along the Georgia line, or if you're in Birmingham or Atlanta and you're wanting that New Year's Eve party, but you don't want the traffic, or you don't want to deal with, making that drive home. We have plenty of hotels in Calhoun County, beautiful places. We have delicious food for the next day when you need to feed your soul. But come out and have a good time. And same for our locals, like just come on out and have a great night, and know that your ticket is a fundraiser. So you're helping support the Anniston Museums and Gardens. So, if we want to do anything fun and exciting, if we want to open a new exhibit, like Forest Factory was our latest fully permanent exhibit that we redid, which was, it is our children's discovery room, all hands on, gorgeous space. Our visitors have been loving it. But if we want to do that, if we want to expand a garden bed, if we want to do a redesign of a space or something brand new, or bring in tech or whatever, or even just expand our programming or our outreach, we have to fundraise for it. And we've had phenomenal support from our community. I mean, Sunny King Automotive Group is our primary sponsor, our presenting sponsor. Sunny King is so supportive of our community, honestly. But they have been really wanting it to shine, which is super cool. We've got Christy Farmer, who's doing all the catering for the food. And I'm super excited for 10 o'clock at night. I am not an evening girl. I go to bed at 8, but we're going to stay up late for New Year's. And we're going to have food, heavy hors d'oeuvres. So food throughout the evening it opens at 8 p.m. until 12:30. So we'll ring in that New Year together. But Christy Farmer is doing all the food. And at 10, so we'll have evening food from 8 to 10, but at 10 o'clock it switches to breakfast. And I am super excited for that. What? So that's going to be, I was like, yes, I want breakfast. So we have cold coffee, which Love them.
I'm drinking it right now.
They are sponsoring.
A little biased.
But they are sponsoring our coffee bar, and we've had First Bank of Alabama. We have Visit Calhoun County. We have several sponsors that have committed to the growth of the Anniston Museums and Gardens and to a great night for Calhoun County and the region. So it's going to be a good time. We have, if you've not heard of them, it's called the Emerald Empire Band. It's a live band. They're based out of Birmingham, but they travel throughout the Southeast. And it's either the 5 or 6 piece band, and we have the horn coming. And they're so much fun. They have so much energy and excitement to them. So I know they're going to keep it going throughout the 4 hours is a long time. They're going to keep it going throughout the evening. So we'll have cocktails and yummy food and coffee to warm us up or to perk us up if we need a little extra. So it's going to be a great night. Yeah. I'm super excited about it. Lots of disco balls, lots of discos.
Lots of disco.
I've had a lot of questions about the attire, and just think New Year's Eve. Like, what do you want, sparkles, or you want velvet, or you want,
wear whatever you want.
Dress up a little bit and feel glamorous, feel pretty and awesome. And that's what we want. We just want you to feel good when you come to the New Year's Eve disco ball.
And cut loose. Yeah.
Exactly. We're going to have a good time. It is 21 and up only. Okay. So I'm sorry for the 18 to 20-year-olds, but it is 21 and up only.
And how much are tickets?
They are $75 a person.
Okay. And I will have the link to that in the description. Yeah, if I wasn't having the 5th year of the squirrel drop, I would definitely be there. Because you're right, there is a need for different kinds of events in our area for sure.
Yeah.
Of all types. So you want something a little more country and redneck, you can come up to Piedmont. And
if you want a slower pace, then go to Piedmont and have a good time. Absolutely.
And you'll still be close enough to drive home, just like you said.
Exactly.
For us, it was like, not everybody has the time or the money to go out of town. But Anniston's just down the road too. So if you want to have that experience, it's absolutely an option. So if I was free, it's where I would be going.
I know, my husband and I have gone to Birmingham a few times, Atlanta a few times, and deciding, do we drive home?
Right.
Or do we stay, and I'm so excited to go home afterwards.
Yeah.
10 minutes away. It's going to be great. I'm 10 minutes from my bed.
Yeah. That's what I want too. It's like, especially because you're on the event planning side of it. You're like, I'm going to be beat. I really just want to go home
it's going to be several days of discos. Just several days of discos. That's what it's going to be. I don't know. We have these disco snowmen that are super cute. We've been doing mock-up tables, and it's going to be so much fun. And I'm really excited to, we do all types of events, and I think the best events so far that I have been a part of that we do are our family events. So I'm just really excited to do something for the grownups,
Yes.
And we can knock family out of the park. We're the Museums and Gardens. We're all about family. Our core members are family members. Like, that's the membership that's purchased. But our grownups need some love too. So whether you got to get the babysitter or give them to the grandparents, or I was teasing somebody of, that older sibling, keep the kids for the night, and that way mom and dad can go out for an evening. But I think it's going to be awesome.
It sounds like a plan. I can't wait to see pictures. I'm sure it's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
I'm excited. So some of our folks might not know you're also on the chamber board as our vice chair of tourism. Is there anything for next year that you want to highlight? Maybe that might be coming down the pipeline? I
am just thrilled to have Cher on board. So we have our new tourism director. So I'm super excited to be working with her. And I know our mission is just get Calhoun County out there, to let her and I were just talking about this the other day there was one time that I was speaking with Linda, and she had said one of the old chamber mottos or slogans was that Calhoun County, where you have everything that you need and you're close to anything that you want. And I said, absolutely, that is so perfect. Like, absolutely, like everything you need is right here. And we have most of what you want. But if you want a little extra, within an hour, you can get it.
Right.
And that's awesome. And we were talking about it, and I told her, I said, you don't have to go to these bigger places or these more populated areas to have that quality experience. And I said, Calhoun County we are made up of so many towns and cities, but as a whole, we really shine with that Southern hospitality. So I'm Canadian and I've been in the States forever, but that is one thing that I always revert back to is, Calhoun County is my home now. And same with my husband. I don't see us anytime soon trying somewhere new. And that wasn't my thought process forever. Like that's been the recent few years where I thought, where else do I need to be? Where else do I need to be? Like we have the mountains. I'm within driving range of a beach. I can go a little bit further. I can get on the plane. I am right in the middle of the largest international airport. Plus you have Birmingham if you need a shorter flight or a closer flight, there's the Amtrak, you have the Ladiga Trail. We have beautiful mountains around us with all those trails on it. I love to take my dogs and go. And so we're constantly looking for a new trail to take them out for a hike. And it's a beautiful place to be. And we have such good food. We have great restaurants, but it's what makes your home are the people. And we have such beautiful people in Calhoun County. And so like my goal for tourism is to get that message out there. Like let's start with the region. Okay. Let's start with the 2-hour drive. I love to go to Chattanooga. I want Chattanooga to come to us though. I want them to see what we have here because we're pretty similar. I feel like we share a lot of the same desires that we want for our tourists. We're not as big as Chattanooga, obviously, but we have the eco-friendly tourism or eco-friendly environment, and we have the slower Southern pace, which is nice sometimes. And it's just same with Birmingham, Atlanta, Rome, Georgia is a beautiful place, but Rome, you come here, come see what we have, Montgomery, come see what we have. And if we start regionally, again, maybe a 2-hour drive and really bring them in, we all know the best marketing is word of mouth. And we just need them to come once and they'll see how great Calhoun County is.
Yeah. Heck yeah. I know Main Street Anniston actually had a lot of folks from all over the region come in the past year. I think it was for a tour of Anniston.
Yeah. Yes.
And they got to come here and see it for themselves.
Yep.
And hopefully they can go home and be like, hey, Calhoun County's where it's at.
Sarah had a good one. She said, it's all about one more night. Just spend one more night here. Just have one more day here. And we'll win you over. So, and even, so on the tourism side, the Alabama State Tourism Department, last year, 2025, was the year of the trails. In 2026, they've extended it again. And we just extended the Chief Ladiga Trail. We just hosted the Leadville qualifier race for the first time. They were looking at 7 sites. It came down to us and one in Virginia.
Yeah.
And the fact that Coldwater Mountain in Anniston, Alabama won, heck yeah. Like, go us. That is so cool. The guy that Michael Rice, I think was his name. He was the race coordinator. He worked with Dr. Tom Nelson, and kudos to Tom for getting it here because he put in a lot of sweat equity in getting it to Anniston. But I don't think people even realize how big of a deal that is. They had almost 700 athletes.
Yeah.
The winner of the 50K mountain bike race was Canadian. Like from all over the nation and then some, coming to Calhoun County to stay, to spend a few days with us, and then to bike these races. And they were all like, it was challenging. But if you're a mountain biker, I am not, but if you're a mountain biker, you're here for a challenge. You want it to kick your butt. You want it to be difficult and for it to test your limits. And we had locals in it, which I'm super proud of them for participating in it. Because again, I was out there with an owl saying good things about, Calhoun County and Anniston Museums and Gardens. I was not out there on those trails, but we had people, they ran or they biked 100K, 50K, 15K. Like, what are you doing with your life? What decisions have you made that you're doing this, But that is so, and it wasn't just a 2025, it's a 3-year contract. So we have the potential for that registration list to grow.
To multiply.
And that's one of the pushes for Alabama right now, is to showcase that we have some of the best mountain biking trails. Like, you don't have to go to Colorado. You can come to Alabama, which, if you're in the north, if you're in Colorado, you don't get to mountain bike year round. It's too cold. You've got 4 feet of snow on that mountain. Like, good luck getting through it. Okay.
Yeah.
But you can come in January and mountain bike in Alabama. You can come. We had a lot of Floridians, which we all know. Florida's lovely. They have beautiful beaches. I highly encourage the Gulf of Mexico, but it's flat.
It is flat.
You better build up those trails if you want them. So they were coming up and they were like, man, this was tough. So I am really excited to see and then you got the Woodstock, which, good grief, the people that come from all over the world to run that 5K. And then you have the Roboto competition with OPAC. I mean, and even with Museums and Gardens, we have Amy Roberts is our development officer, and she manages our memberships and pulls a lot of reporting for grant writing. And last year, and I don't know if I'm saying this for 2025 or 2024, it was in 2025, she told me this, that we had visitors from 49 out of 50 states.
Wait, who was the holdout?
I don't remember. It wasn't like Hawaii or Alaska, though. It was some random
like a mail campaign.
I couldn't tell you. I want to say I don't know who it was. It was some random state that I was like, really, guys, like, just come on down.
It's probably like North Dakota or something.
Right. Like just a random one that you think, surely they'd be here. But that's a big deal. That's awesome. That's what we want. We want people to come and see, because, again, I mean, when we moved here, my family moved to the States, it was a 3-year plan, and I've been here for 26. So you guys really,
you're like, so I guess it worked out.
Yeah. And I feel like that is a common denominator. There's so many folks that come to Alabama and Calhoun County for one thing or another. And then it's the people, it's what we provide, it's the environment, it's the weather, it's the climate, whatever it is. But something clicks and you stay.
I mean, I don't know if I've actually talked about how I ended up in Calhoun County on the podcast, but the short version is my mom wanted the small town America experience. And I grew up in Florida, like on the Gulf. And we just laid out a map, and my grandma closed her eyes and landed on Piedmont, hilarious. Of all places.
That was a Hallmark moment right there.
I mean, seriously. So the family we made a trip up here, and we fell in love with it. And we were the first ones to move up. So it's just me, my mom, my brother. And then slowly everybody started following us, and just been here ever since.
There you go.
2007.
Yeah. There you go.
But yeah. Well, Sarah, is there anything else you want to tell the business community? Just if there's one last little tidbit.
One last little tidbit. For all of our chamber members, just to remember that you don't have to have a child to come to the museum, that we're here for you too. We have so much to offer, whether it's an escape from the busy, if you just need a picnic table to eat your lunch, or a brain break and you just want to go for a walk and you want to see some of the hawks and owls. We're 3 miles from Main Street, Anniston, so Noble Street. So we're not that far. It feels like we are in a secluded island, which I kind of love, because we're in the woods and it's great. It's a little escape. But no, we have so much to offer. If you're looking for a private or corporate event, give us a call. We have a lot of different spaces. If you are hosting a fundraiser, if you are hosting a big event, check out the Longleaf Event Center. If you need a conference space, call us. If you haven't looked at our business memberships, check that out, because we do have 3 different levels. And when you get a business membership, it is for obviously your business, and you get a couple of membership cards that you can then give if you've got an employee that wants to come to the museum on Saturday with their family. You give them those cards and they check in with the business. So it's a really nice perk for your employees. And of course we have individual, family, and up memberships too, if you're looking for something personally. But yeah, be creative. If there's a way for us to get involved with you, don't hesitate to ask. We're always eager to find new ways to connect with the community. And, we're looking forward to joining, the couple of the local Christmas parades. And we love to do a good outreach. We love going to our Calhoun County schools. We just had First Bank of Alabama sponsored our third grade outreach program. It's extended now into Talladega County. So now we go twice a year to Talladega schools. And we offer free programming because of that. And it's City of Anniston schools. They get free admission to the museum if they want a field trip. We want to be here as a community resource, whether it's on that individual, on that family level, with a business rental. If you want maybe you want a fun employee day or employee appreciation day, whether it's we come to you or you come to us, give us a call and we'll work it out with you. We'll figure it out how to do it, because we're all about connection. And, all we want to do is connect people with nature and history, and let's nerd out together, so it's going to be a good time. Yeah.
I love it. Let's nerd out together.
Let's nerd out together.
Well, Sarah, thank you so much for joining me today. So I'll have all this info in the description for all of our folks that are interested. Again, you can always reach out to the museum. I'll have their phone number and the link to their website. But yeah, we will not see you until January, Chamber members. So we hope you have a happy holidays, a safe and happy New Year's, wherever you go. That would be awesome if you want that little bougie fun experience with friends and family right here at home, and you don't have to drive anywhere crazy or stay overnight. You're already there.
Yep.
That's it for this week's episode of the In Tune with Calhoun podcast. Again, I'm your host, Ashley Jones, at the Calhoun County Area Chamber Visitor Center. If you're not already, be sure to follow us on social media with the links in the description. If you have any questions, just give me an email at ashleyj@calhounchamber.com. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast through Spotify or Apple Podcasts, or even directly at acast.com. That's acast.com. From all of us here at the Chamber, we wish you a happy holidays and a happy and safe New Year. And we will see you at the Chamber in 2026.